What do you do? This is your boy Sherry Speaks. I want to talk to you guys about Sweet Vicious Season 1, Episode 7, titled Heartbreaker. And, honestly, seeing last night's episode really broke my heart. No pun intended. I just want to start by saying I'm sorry for the late upload, you guys. Actually, while I was getting ready to upload my Teen Wolf review, my Wi-Fi had just went out mysteriously. It was a lot of big wind came in, rushed in, and knocked off my Wi-Fi. So that's why I wasn't able to upload it on time. And I apologize for that. And I apologize for doing this as well because I was actually on my way to doing this review as well. But let's get to it. And I really do apologize. But in this episode, we see the result of Jules' confession. Telling her best friend Kennedy that her boyfriend Nick sexually assaulted her last year, and you saw it right off the bat. She recalled that event last year. Her Kennedy and her boyfriend, just clowning around, having a good time. Jules' innocence, still intact, and honestly, I'll be honest with you. She tries to seeing Jules trying to pull herself out of her depression really speaks volumes. Just really speaks volumes to me because there was once in a time where I was just deeply I was at rock bottom, really, really bad. And seeing her pull herself out of it, during a bar crawl, really, really spoke to me. 2009. I always tell my girlfriend and my friends and my family that 2009, early 2010, actually all the way to 2013, actually was a really difficult year for me because I was still dealing with my depression, and getting over depression really takes a lot of steps, a lot of stepping stones, a lot of support, which during my depression I didn't really think I needed. I felt like this was my problem. I'll handle it myself. That was my whole MO when I was depressed. I don't want anyone to worry about me. I don't want anyone to be inside my business like that. I'm gonna handle it. Since it's my problem. And I realized that was the wrong way to go about it. At first it did work a little bit. It was mandatory for me to do that. But I found out in the long haul that you do need that support. You do need people to lean on and talk to when it goes through that. And we also finally see the infamous, and horrific rape scene between Jules and Nick. It really, I'll be honest with you, that really pissed me off. Just seeing, and again, I'm in love with this series because it's finally beginning to bridge that gap, in my opinion, between rape culture and sexual assault. And the victims that go through it. I really, again, as I expressed many times in my previous videos, doing on this show, I've known people. I know people. Who've gone through such thing. And it's heartbreaking to see them. Be changed like that. Be less of themselves the way that you know them as and remember them as. I'll tell you right now. I don't know if I should. I don't know if I have permission to say it, but I won't. But I'll just say a great friend of mine. Witnessed that when she was a incoming eighth grader. Freshman, and her telling me that really made me feel for her. Not just sympathy, but understanding the pain of it. Feeling you lost your innocence. We've all gone through mind fucks in our lives. In different ways, and unfortunately, being sexually assaulted completely does that. I'm not comparing my struggles to hers. No, not whatsoever. Can never do that. But I feel like emotionally, I think we need to have more conversations about this. Because it's still happening to this day. I think Sweet Vicious does a great job addressing that. That's why I really just respect. That's why I respect the director, Aladi Keen, for doing this. All the writers, and even all the stars that starring. I really respect you guys for doing that. I respect you guys. I love what you guys are doing. Keep it up. This is a great show. I look forward for season 2. I have a great time watching this show. Aside from the comedy, but the fact that it's able to take on such a serious and such a tight-lipped and touchy subject, is really incredible, man. I really appreciate that, man. I really enjoy it. But this is your boy Shay Speech. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment what you guys think about this video. Give me any suggestions as well in the comment description box below. Again, I apologize for the late upload. I'll make sure that never happens again. Honestly, I know I've said that in the past, but I really mean it this time. I'm gonna try to keep my word. Be on the lookout for next week's episode of Sweet Vicious and Teen Wolf as well. I will be as soon as the Flash and the Arrow and Supergirl starting days and DC's Legends of Tomorrow comes back on. I will also be doing reviews on that as well. This is your boy Shay Sweets. I love you guys. One love.